I'm here with Uncle Nyarwaya. Uncle Nyarwaya is supposed to. I've heard all the wonderful speeches about my son, because I call him my son, and he's my son. I don't call him was my son, I say he's my son, and he will continue to be my son. My son, Cedric, was a wonderful person who rarely spoke to me, but when he called, we had wonderful conversations, and I thank him for that. However, I've heard all the speeches about how good Cedric was and so on and so forth. What did he teach us? What has he taught us? What are we? Are we comparing ourselves to Cedric? Are we trying to learn from Cedric? Are we trying to have a life that Cedric had rather than talk about him, how wonderful, how this? How has he affected us personally? And I think we should look at that. He was a very good tennis player, as they say. And I think tennis is a wonderful game. A game of fairness. My friend here, Jack, my brother, was a very good tennis player. He beat me sometimes. Cedric played a game which I think is a very fair game. Tennis, you don't threaten your opponent, like boxing, for example. You go to a court, you play your tennis, and after the game, you go and congratulate your opponent. And you say, well done, game well done. And it's a game where we don't cheat. I remember we had a man in Nigeria, Jack and I, was called Gasha. Every time he hit a ball, he would say, you hit a ball against him, he said, out, say, wow. Everything was out, out, out. And we said, how do we play with this guy? So you had to change your game to play straight into the court so that you can't say it was out. And this is what we should be doing, I think, remembering Cedric. Cedric never said out, out, out. It's everything was in and everything was a game and a fair game. So I'm saying that we should, all of us, learn through tennis, and a game maybe we should all look at and say, can it form my life? Can it make me a better person? And Cedric made a lot of people better people. And I would like to thank him for that game of tennis, and I would like to thank Jack here, who played with, I think, at one time with Cedric, although Cedric was a much better player. And he would say he was his mentor. I'd love everybody to emulate him rather than talk about him. And that would make us much better people. Thank you very much.
Mujja kunsonyiwa kanjogereko mu Luganda katono kubanga lulimi lwe mutegeera mwena sirutegeera bulungi, naye ninza kugira ono aheereza kanga munyankole atwekere agamba olulimi lwona lwona buli omu lwakubaza kwetegereza nimanyisa ki namenyesha ngo yogirwa hani murumuna wange avuge mu mwanya wange ibyo nakavuze arabimvugira, ariko ntaramuha umuzindaaro ndashaka kuvuga ko mbabaye mushiki wange gufisha umwana w'uburiza na muraje Babu, niwe buriza bwabo bombi. So umwana w'uburiza arakundwa cyane, uburiza n'ubu nabucura barakundwa cyane. So umwana Cedric ari sari nyina bamukundaga cyane uburiza bwabo. So nkabamfatanije nabo kubabara gupfusha umwana w'uburiza. Namubonye yakuze ndajagazi wacu byarwe akansohoza n'abana bo n'umucyara we twaganira, ugasanga aranyubashye nk'umubyeyi we, kandi ugasanga ntanyisha nk'umuntu wo mu cyaro n'uvuye mu tawuni, ugasanga aranyegera cyane. Maze mu magambo make reka mpereze murumuna wanjye uwo nguyu avuge mu mwanya wanjye abatumva urunyarwanda abasobanurira avugaga. Murakoze.
Afternoon, members. It is surprising that I'm a young brother to these old men, but it is what it is, so it's a blessing too. So we are brothers to Sister Olive, I call her Big Sis, and we express our happiness to everybody that came through to be with both Captain and Olive as they send off their son. And by names of Fred Guijema, those are my names, and I recognize everyone in their categories to this function of Cedric. I won't mention all your ranks and positions, but I will recognize all of you. I was at Kololo for a vigil and I saw most of his friends. It is really good if you have friends with you who can stand for you in your absentia. So Kasuja and the rest of the gentlemen I saw, it is a blessing. Everyone wishes to have friends like you. You know, when you leave, you make yourself happy. When you leave, you make yourself happy. But when you go, like Cedric went, it is the moment that the people you lived with actually make you happy even when you're not here. So thank you so much for making him happy. We won't say so much. It is a moment of pain to all of us, family, friends, and I'm sure enemies if you had some. You know, death brings everybody together, even those that never liked you. So we thank you from the deepest point of our hearts. We pray that God blesses you. May His soul rest in eternal peace.